Attention, all you Badlanders with purring pals and feathered friends. Say hello to Love's Litter. 100% pure, kiln-dried wood, free from chemicals, and oh so kind to Mother Earth. No dust, no mess, and no toxins. Just a lightweight solution that's gentle on your wallet and even gentler in your home. Their biodegradable litter is crafted from wood destined from landfills, giving it a new purpose in your pet's life. Cats love it. Love's Litter's astonishing formula works like magic to neutralize the notorious cat urine odor to keeping your home pine fresh and welcoming. For bird lovers, it keeps moisture from bird droppings, crumbling them away, all the while being safe to be pecked at or ingested. For reptiles and critters too. Their mix is crafted to dilute pine scent, ensuring those little lungs stay happy and healthy. Plus, every 30-pound bag of LuvLitters will last up to 6 months, saving you money. Transform your pet care routine today and visit badlandsmedia.tv/litter. This episode is brought to you by Native Path Antarctic Krill Oil, omega-3s plus ataxanthin for heart, joints, and memory. Imagine checking your lab results and your doctor looks genuinely surprised in a good way. Cholesterol better, inflammation markers down, joints feel easier. That's what thousands of Native Path Krill Oil users are reporting, and it all comes from one tiny soft gel a day. It is much easier to absorb into your cells than the fish oil that you've been taking every day, because fish oil's omega-3s are a triglyceride form, while krill oils are a polassified form, which is the same format as your cell walls are made of. That means it gets into your cells immediately. Head-to-head studies show that krill oil performed fish oil, improving cholesterol, reducing inflammation, and easing joint pain much more often than fish oil alone. And it was often at lower doses. Learn more and grab your Badlands special discounts plus free shipping today at getkrill.com/Badlands. That's GETKRILL.com/Badlands.
Patriots, the fight for truth doesn't stop at the screen. It's hitting the road again. Badlands Media is rolling into Nashville on April 9th through 12th for the next stop on the Great American Restoration Tour. Join your favorite Badlands hosts and like-minded Americans for 3 powerful days. Packed with unfiltered discussions, deep dive panels, and real debate. Hear the raw truth, ask the tough questions. No topic too hot, no question too bold. GART is where our community comes alive. Tickets are on sale now at badlandsmedia.tv/GART, where you can also grab a virtual pass and watch from home. Join us to question narratives and fight for America's future. Nashville's calling. The restoration continues. Get your passes today. See you in Music City.
Just a heads up, the 4th exclusive ticket holder live stream is going to be Thursday at 4/2 at 2 p.m. and the link will be sent on 4/2 at 1 p.m. and there will also be a single day ticket that are going to be available.
Every Easter, one brave bunny takes on a very important mission. Spreading Easter joy. And apparently dropping most of it. And sometimes there's goat-related complications. Skincare so good even the goats might want it. Because Easter is really about the greatest victory ever. Hope, renewal, and a promise kept. And every soft disclosure purchase supports 6 small American businesses working together. Use code GRACE for 15% off. Soft disclosure. Good for your skin. And apparently approved by goats.
The money that you are gifted from the taxpayers.
Of being the leading defender of Israel.
No amount of censorship that can win the battle.
We should start throwing dildos at Congress.
Paid propaganda.
There's nothing more to the Epstein files. Israel gets free schooling. American people demand, they deserve better.
The Podfather is back.
They're eating babies, Dan Bongino. Whoo, speaking of Dan Bongino, listen, I know I don't need to stick up for Thomas Massey. I'm not even sold on Thomas Massey, right? But I know an ass beating when I see one, and I saw one this last couple days between those two. We got $20 right out the gate. Candy Christ 7889. Candy Christ, thank you so much. A very happy Spy Wednesday to you. If you didn't know, today is Spy Wednesday. It's the Wednesday of the Holy Week before Easter. Somebody could go and tell Mark Rubio that'd be great because he's out here celebrating Shabbat or some shit. I don't know, some Jewish holiday, but it's a Christian holiday. I don't know if it's a holiday. It should be because Judas. Come on, Judas. $20. You know what? I'll jingle the jar. You want me to jingle the jar? I love to jingle. This has got our swear jar in it. All of our Rumble rants and our YouTube monies go in the swear jars. So thank you so much, Kristi Christ. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I know an ass beating when I see one, and Dan Bongino took one, and your boy Thomas Massey showed up with receipts. So like I said, I don't know that I'm sold on Thomas Massey either, but that was fun to watch for a while. Because like, what else are we gonna do? What else are we gonna do? Matt Gaetz come out. He's like, listen, there's an intergalactic breeding program. Some are saying it was a April Fool's joke, but boy, I don't know how fucking tone deaf you could be here in 2026 as Matt fucking Gaetz. I mean, if it was, okay. I don't know that I even believe you. I don't think I do. I think what a great way to tell the public what's going on and then be like, ha ha ha, just joking. That's like calling somebody a fatty McFatty Fatterson and then being like, oh, it was just a joke. Stop taking it so hard. Stop taking it like your mom does. Fucking. So much shit to talk about. I don't know, maybe. But first, can I touch on this Native Path thing? Native Path is like, it's not, I don't have another blurb, but Native Path it's a company that Badlands works with. But they sent me, I'm not an influencer forum or anything like that. I don't get paid for their stuff. But they sent me like a influencer kit. And I think they sent all of us an influencer kit of sorts with just a bunch of stuff in it. But they sent me some collagen peptide. And I take collagen peptide. I have for a little while now because it helps with like your nail growth. My nails are shit and hair growth. But joints was kind of the biggest thing that I've been taking. My husband, actually, the company he works for makes collagen peptide. So he brings home bunches of it. And so I've been taking it for a few weeks and it does help my joints a lot. Like I get a lot of joint pain, a lot of joint stiffness, probably because of all the garbage in our food. I'm trying to be careful, but it is what it is. But so if you do go to nativepath.com / if you go to Badlands, you get some off / Badlands. If you don't get anything else, I would get the collagen. I'll probably buy from them again when I can. So just because I do take it every morning, I put it in my tea. You can't taste it. It doesn't clump. And I've noticed a huge difference by taking the collagen peptide. And there's quite a bit there's like 40 grams of sodium in it too, which is helpful for me and my migraines. So go get you some. I'm 73. I could eat 2 pounds a day and it wouldn't help. It's the ship show. Here we are in the Intergalactic breeding program and Kristi Noem's husband's busty boobies. The fuck was that? What are we doing? What are we doing? And they knew about it. So I didn't read the article put up by the New York Post because they put it behind a paywall. And I'm like, oh, I ain't paying that. I'll just wait. Somebody else will do it. And they did. Yahoo picked it up and they just basically copy and paste the article. And so in the article, they're like, they had brought this up to the members of the White House saying, hey, if Kristi Noem's husband's secret gets out, could it be used as blackmail to the White House? And the CIA was like, you know what? If they were going to use it, like they already could. So we're not going to worry about it. They knew about this. This isn't new news. People on Facebook, if you're here from Facebook, I should post this to Facebook. Can I stream this on my Facebook someday? Jessica Storm? That would be fun. I don't know. Anyway, because I'd like to get into it with some of those people. People on Facebook are like, I think this is fake. Like, no, I don't think it is fake news. I mean, it could be. It could be AI. But given that she's been fucking her secretary or whatever he is, who is a real alpha male looking guy for the most part. So I kind of understand like a little bit, you know what I mean? She's in like this lavender marriage where it's a marriage for optics is what it is. And he's a busty booby guy. Like, I mean, it is what it is. And I think that now that like looking back at it, you got to kind of wonder if the Trump administration found out that this stuff was coming out. And so if we could post to Facebook or if the Badlands page could post to Facebook and then I could just share it to my Facebook, that would be awesome because I could get into it with some of these people on Facebook. Facebook's got its like algorithm wide open to me right now. I don't know how long that's going to last, but we're going to take it. They're just throwing my shit everywhere, just like against the wall. Like I got 36,000 followers in just under 30 days. Where the fuck you people come from? Facebook kicked me off 3 times. So look at me. I'm back. Let me stay. So she knew. And then she made a statement and she's like, I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked. And I'm like, I don't think you are, you dog shooting cunt. Like, what is wrong with you? You fucking weirdo. Is it showing up on your Facebook? God, it must be. My husband says the same thing. It pops up for him all the time. He don't even follow me, I don't think. He's like, you're just everywhere. I'm like, I know. Facebook love me right now. Till I come out with the Intergalactic breeding program. And I tell him that Mark Zuckerberg is probably part of that. Probably. I got videos to talk about today. What's for you? Let's watch the Intergalactic breeding. Here it is. If you didn't see it, if you did see it, just hang on.
Most important information will be the biologics that are not human that have been discovered. And like even some of the briefings that aren't classified just need to be out in the public. I mean, I had someone come and brief me who was in a military uniform, worked for the United States Army, that was briefing me on the locations of hybrid breeding programs where captured aliens were breeding with humans to create some hybrid race that could engage in intergalactic communication. An actual uniformed member of the United States Army briefed me on that.
Non-human biologics, interracial alien mating? What the F is going on? Look, wait a second. You had whistleblowers tell you this kind of thing? Can you please unpack that?
Yeah, I had a guy who was uniformed. He was a senior enlisted with the United States Army. Came into my office in Crestview, Florida, in a non-classified setting. I had members of my staff there, and what they explained is that the military ran a very secret program where aliens that were living were in forced breeding programs with humans that had been abducted from war zones and from even the caravans of migrants. Now,
Bruh. What are you talking about? This woman's trying to be cool by cussing. No, that's how I get paid. I got a swear jar. I have to cuss. Why don't you calm down, Gladys? What do we got here? I was going to ask if I joined your... It is me on Facebook. I don't think I have a blue check mark. I think I have to pay for that. But it is me. It's in my link tree, which is in the description of this show. You can find it. All my Amazon list is in there too. I posted a picture of my Easter decorations. It's like this little basic wooden He is Risen. It's like a tomb, and then it's really, really, really pretty. I posted it to X, and I got it on Amazon. So you can go and check it out. It should be at the top. I'm banned from Facebook and out of Facebook jail bunch for the ban me completely. I've had 3 different pages on Facebook go down. But I got this one, and this one's doing all right. So we'll see. We'll see. You're an alien. Well, see, so here's the thing. Like, now was this like a April Fool's joke? I don't know. Did they ever say? Probably not. I don't know if I would believe you if you said it was. I just don't. I heard stories, man. I know, it's so pretty. It was so pretty. It's like, it's in my Amazon cart, or it's in my Amazon storefront. I didn't even know you could do that too. What's the main theme of this show? I don't know. Maybe somebody in the comments can ask. Easter decorations right now. If you want to go check it out. There's my link tree. Jessica Storm's in the house. It should be the very first one. It's pinned. It is very pretty. Yes, everybody's so excited about this here on this Spy Wednesday. So we have intergalactic breeding programs. Somebody in the comments of my post about this was like, it's the Nephilim. And if you think back to the story of the Nephilim, so the Nephilim were fallen angels that mated with human women. Or no, fallen angels mated with human women and had babies, and those babies were Nephilims. Am I saying that right? I feel like that's right. I believe that Bigfoots, because Bigfoots were a big topic of conversation last week, right? I think that Bigfoots are like a breed of Nephilim. I do. But I also think that they're like intergalactic, like protectors of the boundaries in these forests, in these national forests. That's what I believe. But, and then that Australian senator came out and he was like, I know. And then he's like, and then he holds up a thing, and it was that was like an April Fool's joke. And then a bunch of Aussies in my comments were like, we hate that guy. Fuck him. I'm like, all right, so we don't listen to that guy. But I believe you. I believe you. I believe that you're proud. I believe that Dan Bongino was showed this, which is why he's done such a 180. I can't think of anything else. There isn't enough money in the freaking world that would get me to piss all over my morals. like he is. Do you know what I'm saying? There's just not enough money in the world. Thank you, Babs, on YouTube. There's not enough money in the world. But what would get me to do it, I suppose, if you were threatening my family or if you showed me this is what happens to people who go against us. We make them breed with aliens to have alien babies or alien, I don't know, body parts. Yeah. So listen, I got a good story about this in the Nephilim and Hillary Clinton. Did you guys know? So when this is kind of off topic, but it's fine. So when the Clinton emails came out, like way back in the way back day, there was an email and it was only like a half a page. But in that email, it was like Hillary Clinton's pseudonym, the name that wasn't her name, but was her. And she was emailing this other lady and they were looking for the DNA of Gilgamesh. And Gilgamesh was a Nephilim from like way back in the day. And there's a whole story to Gilgamesh. I'd have to go back and research it now because I can't pull any of it from memory. But Gilgamesh was a Nephilim. It existed, and there's a tomb. He's in a tomb. He's dead. He's somewhere in a tomb. She wanted to find the tomb of Gilgamesh, which is why we went to Iraq in the first place. Okay, this is why we went to Iraq, was to find Gilgamesh's tomb, so she could extract his DNA and create more Gilgameshes or something of the sort, or create something of that. And the email actually exists, and it'd be pretty hard pressed probably to find it now, but I could probably try. It's got to be in one of those way backs. But she wanted his DNA. I believe in the Nephilim. I'm here for it. I'm here for intergalactic breeding. I mean, even though they're like, you wouldn't believe it. I think I would. At this point, I think I would. I think we should just come out and tell people. I know that Trump is addressing the country, the nation tonight at 8. I know that the UK Prime Minister also addressed the nation in regards to, I didn't really listen to his, so I'm not really sure what he said, but I know the Australian one did. The Australian Prime Minister came out. Do I have that? Could we watch it? No, I don't. That's okay. The Australian Prime Minister came out and he was like, listen, war in Iran makes gas really expensive. And so they're going to cut taxes on gas, which is great. His first part of his video sounds great. I'm like, wow, that's a great thing that you're doing for your people. And then he's like, but I know that Australians want to do their part. And I'm like, I've heard this before. What are you talking about? And he's like, just make sure that, you're only taking as much as you need. And that when you're filling up your tank, you're thinking about all those essential workers, like the linemen and the nurses. And I'm like, no. And he's like, yeah, it's going to be real hard for a few months. And I'm like, no, you're going to do it again. You're going to shut people in. You're going to tell them they can't drive. You're going to make them drive 6 feet apart or something. I heard he's an idiot. I don't know. But he's like, so just hang in there and do your part. Oh, no. So I don't know if that's what Trump's going to talk about tonight, too, is the energy. Somebody had said he's going to talk about how he's closing up ranks at the war in Iran. He's going to step out of the Strait of the Hormuz or whatever, and he's going to let them just kind of deal with it. But what I don't understand is like, well, we came all this way, then like, what are we doing? What was the goal? To get uranium? Did we get it? Was there an intergalactic breeding program there that we were looking for? Like what was the goal? Why did we blow up that school? Did we? That investigation's still ongoing, supposedly. I feel like if Iran blew up their own school, like we would have told people that, but we didn't. We said that there's an investigation and then we just didn't talk about it anymore. Marco Rubio, he put out a video today and he's like, today is the first day of some Jewish holiday. Congratulations. And then my governor, she came out, posted the same thing. I'm like, but this is like Christian week. This is our week. This Holy Week. This is the week where Christ, like he rode the donkey into Jerusalem and then Judas like betrayed him and then they killed him and then he rose again. Like this is our week. Why are we not talking about Spy Wednesday? I feel like we should talk more about Spy Wednesday. Trump cut oil off to China. So that's what a lot of people keep saying. But I can't find anything that makes that make sense. But maybe I'm just not looking hard enough. I don't know. Every time everybody gets so excited about him addressing the nation, and then he does, and then he just talks about how well the economy is doing. And as someone who's living in this economy, I can't agree with that. It's just not. My groceries are mad expensive. Gas gone way back up again. Like, I'm not interested in watching your State of the Union, or not State of the Union, you addressing the nation. I'm just not. I'm not interested in you boasting about how we won this war in Iran that we started. Like, why did we even, what are we doing? I'm getting pretty tired of senators talking about how much they love Israel. I'm pretty tired of all of it. You know what I mean? I don't know. So I guess we'll see what he says. I will not be watching it. But if you do want to watch it, I do know Badlands is doing a special broadcast tonight, which it should be right after this show, right? 7, 8, 9 Central. Yes. So it should be right after this show. It's already built. So if you want to go and set your reminders, be sure to hit the like button for him. And you can watch it here on Badlands if you want to. And then just let me know. If he rips his face off and is like, okay, intergalactic breed, somebody get at me quick. Like Telegram quick, Jessica, like get at me quick. I got your notifications turned on, because then I need to know. But if not, then I'm good. We'll talk about it tomorrow. It ain't no big deal. What else do I got tonight? So we talked about Kristi Noem's busty husband. It's just fucking weird. And then we talked about intergalactic breeding. Also, it's just been a weird fucking week. I got a principal on TikTok whose entire TikTok page is dedicated to videos where she starts off with, "Dear parents, please stop." Like, ma'am, you know what? Here, I'll let you watch it.
Dear parents, please stop tracking your children with AirTags. I think I might get a lot of hate on this one, but if you are a parent of especially an elementary child and you are dropping them off at school and you have an AirTag on them or on their backpack because you're worried you're going to lose them, please don't. It's just a little excessive. We don't want to lose your children either. And if we do, you're going to know about it. I will say there are some extreme situations where parents might be worried their kids are going to run, and maybe that's okay. But in general, please stop tracking your children with an AirTag.
Someone check her fucking hard drive. She's a principal. I don't really know what school. I don't know any of that. Okay. And so she caught a lot of heat for this. And then she doubled down.
Dear parents, please hear me out about walking home from school and AirTags. So many of you shared that you have an AirTag on your child for safety reasons, because you want to know that they make it home after school, and you implied that you hope that they don't get kidnapped or lost. Okay. So first, I'm sad that so many of you are living in fear, and I think it's the result of social media and how it shows us all the things, the bad things that happen, and we assume that they're happening all the time because we see it so often. I can assure you that is not the case. We really shouldn't be every day worrying that our child is going to be kidnapped. It is not very common, and abduction by a stranger is even less common. So if you have a spouse, an ex-spouse that might come after your child, then maybe you need an AirTag to protect them if you're worried about that. But if we're talking about walking home from school, my two boys had to walk home from school on their own, and I worked 45 minutes away. And the system was that if they wanted to go to a friend's house after school, before they went home, they would ask me. And when they got home, they would let me know that they got home. And I wasn't worried. I've never been worried about my child. So I really just am here to share my thoughts on things, because they found a way to get home and let me know about it. They didn't need to rely on me following their AirTag, and they didn't need to know that I was always watching them. I trusted them to get home on their own.
Here in Jeffrey Epstein's 2026, ma'am, you were talking to a generation that grew up on Johnny Gosh and the Milk Carton Kids. It was ingrained into our brains, okay, that there was a pedophile around every corner. Stranger danger. Don't take candy from strangers in white vans. Like, what do you want? I'm going to AirTag my kid. And I don't air. Well, my kids are older though. But like, let people AirTag their kids. Why is that hurting anybody? It's not hurting anybody. It's not hurting anybody at all by you AirTagging your kid and just making sure they get home okay. I have parents here live in this town whose kids are my older kids' age, and she tracks, a couple of them do, track their kids using Life 360. And that's fine. It's actually come in pretty fucking handy a couple times because kids don't always answer their phones. And so I don't know what the big deal is. Why is she so bothered by it? Like, why are you trying to kidnap people's kids? Like, does it bother you that it? But then she goes on about cell phones.
Dear parents, please do not get your child who is 8 or 9 or 10 a cell phone. They don't need a cell phone. There is no purpose for them to have a cell phone. I think in general, as parents, there are 2 reasons why we buy cell phones for our children that young. The first is because it's easier for us. If we need to get a hold of them, we can use their phone and call them. Or it's because, this is just my opinion, I might get a little shade on this one, but for example, for Christmas, we don't know what to get for our child and they want a cell phone, so we're going to get them a cell phone. That is,
I feel like she's rage baiting people at this point. My kids had cell phones at 7 or 8. They did. And it was just so they could call and text. That was it. They didn't have access. There's no social media. Really, they didn't get social media. They still don't. Like, my oldest just got it like a year ago. He's 13. He'll be 14 in September. And my youngest really doesn't. He had TikTok for a while and like Instagram where he watches reels. But like the cell phone, like why? I liked it. Like, yes. Like, if my kid went to a birthday party and decided he didn't want to be there anymore and sent me a text, hey, can you come get me? I'm uncomfortable. I'm not having a good, I can go get him. That's where when I was a kid, like, you just had to stick that shit out. And not all the time was that a good thing. Like, depending on where you grew up and who you grew up with. Because some of them dads, some of them moms, like, they can be weird. You know what I mean? Like, they're just, I want my kid to be able to call me. And then in the days of school shootings, like, I want my kid to be able to call me, to text me, to be like, hey, this is what's going on. Or, hey, can I go here? Or, hey, like, I don't understand. I think 6 might be kind of young, right? But 7, 8, 9, why not? Like, I'm not going to go to my 10-year-old, 9-year-old's friend's birthday party and stand there with him like that. He doesn't want me to. I don't really want to be there. Like, that's embarrassing. So yeah, here's your cell phone. Text me when you're ready to pick up, or text me if you're not having fun, or text me if you need me to come get you early or whatever. Like, we have a system. Why are you like, it's Jeffrey Epstein's 2026. We just found out our entire government was involved in the largest child trafficking ring ever to have ever existed. Not only involved, but actively covering up for it. Like, why aren't people like freaked out? That you should be freaked out about your kids. You should be freaked out about your kids. You should want to know where they are at all times. You should. Just went back when she was 7. Okay, her boomer parents had to have TV commercials to remind them it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Remember Cyndi Lauper used to come on your TV? Shut up. It's the same. Just shut the fuck up. Just because your parents didn't care about you doesn't mean that we can't care about our kids. Oh, God. She's not really a teacher. She's like anyway, she's getting drugged through the internet. Like, shut up, lady. Just let people parent their kids however they see fit. This is not 1996. It's just not. As much as we want it to be, and as much as we want to raise our kids in the 90s, we're not there anymore. There's some dark shit going on. There was some dark shit going on when I was a kid that my parents knew nothing about. I like to think that I have a better relationship with my kids to where they would tell me shit. They don't always tell me stuff. I do find out about it sometimes, especially as they're getting older. But it's not 1996. Shit's weird. There's drugs every fucking where, crime every fucking where. Like, this ain't your mama's fucking, just whatever. This lady. I should probably look at my comments. I've been ignoring you. Sorry. Yeah, why can't I just know who my kids are with? Like, why can't I know where they are occasionally? Epstein Island happened, right? Like, that poor woman got stabbed in the neck on a subway by some illegal immigrant. I don't even know if he was illegal. I don't remember. Like, yes, your kids should have a cell phone. If your kids are old enough to go out and do things on their own, like ride their bike, we don't have payphones anymore. That's another thing too. We had payphones when I was a kid. I could swing into a payphone, drop a couple quarters in, and call home if I needed to. We don't have those anymore. You have no way to get a hold of people. Golly. What is this? Oh, this was another good video. So I'm all over the place here. I mean, we're kind of on the politics thing, but this was a guy, he had gone on this podcast. He's a lawyer. He's like a big attorney out of some big city. And he's a divorce attorney is what he is. And so he's asked what the most common profession women have that get divorced.
What's the most common job of a woman that divorces her husband?
Statistically, the highest would be homemakers. I think the tasks that used to be incumbent on a homemaker are very easily done now. When you were a stay-at-home mom in 1920, you were washing the cloth diapers. You'd go to the grocer or the butcher, and you would buy the things to make a meal, and then you would make that meal for your family. It required quite a bit of effort, and so there was an equality. The man was out there working, women were at home, but they were both really working. Now, that job's really easy. We've got people gassed up on this idea that like, oh my God, the hardest job in the world is being a mom. And it's like, guys, it's not. When your job gives you hours during the day to do nothing but sort of ruminate and compare yourself to other people that you're looking at online and watch TV and listen to messages about why you're great and why everything else is everybody else's fault. Does it turn you into the kind of person who's like, yeah, you know what? There's a better life out there and I deserve it. Yeah, it turns you into that person.
What's the most
They should have put an AirTag on Nancy Guthrie. I bet she wouldn't be saying that now. We should be putting AirTags on our old people for crying out loud. This fucking guy. Look, if you're, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. So I do this once a week. I come here. I entertain you guys with my wonderfulness. It doesn't always hit, right? Sometimes it's hit or miss. I don't know. Just depends on the week and what's going on. And I make my content, which if you've noticed, like if you look at the timing of my content, the majority of my content is made when my kids are at school. When they're home, I'm not usually making content. I'm not usually doing that. I try to take weekends off because everybody's home and I want to spend time with my kids and my husband. But when I'm not just, what is he? If you are a stay-at-home mom, and you were spending hours and hours and hours just comparing yourself and ruminating what you should, then you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right at fucking all. At all. If you're just sitting on your couch, doom scrolling, okay, every day in and day out, house is a mess. You're not meal planning. Like if you're not doing all of the things that a homemaker and a stay-at-home mom should be doing, you're doing it wrong. And that's why you're getting divorced. That's why. That's it. And it could be depression, it could be anxiety. I mean, it could be multiple different things that you're trying to distract yourself from. But that's why you're getting divorced. It's not because you're a stay-at-home mom. And I feel like that should have been elaborated on a little bit more. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure me being able to quit my job and stay home with my kids actually maybe even saved my marriage. God fucking knows it made it 1,000 times better. Do you know how fucking great this is? I mean, I feel like this is what I was born to do. This is what I've always should have done. I'm in my freaking element doing this. I meal plan everything. I sit down every Thursday. So tomorrow after my show, I meal plan Thursdays. I meal plan the next week. And then I add all the stuff to my shopping cart at Hy-Vee. Or I get it from Walmart if I can get it much cheaper from Walmart. I don't get anything fresh from Walmart though. So I don't buy a lot from Walmart because we get a lot of fresh stuff, right? I'm always looking for new ways to help my family eat more healthy and eat better. Always. I'm always looking at videos or do we change out like our laundry detergent? Like, what are some ways that I can better serve my family? You know what I mean? Because it isn't about me. It's about them. Now I could go to work. Like I said, I'm blessed. I make money doing this. Not a lot. Definitely not enough to carry us if something happened to Mr. Shipwreck. I'd have to go back to work. But it's enough to pay for like travel basketball and I bought new closet doors, which are pretty exciting. They're really nice. I like them. But I feel like if you're not doing those things, then if you're not doing everybody's laundry and that's wash, dry, put away. Like my kids have their chores they have to bring because their laundry's all the way downstairs. I'm not going down there to get it. I'm not going down there to clean your room either. That is your room. That is your responsibility. And it's your space. I mean, I feel like they're old enough now to where I feel like it's an invasion of privacy by going into their room without them knowing. So it's their responsibility to keep their rooms clean and to keep their laundry picked up and brought up. And they have to bring their laundry up. But then I will do it and I will wash it and I will fold it. I will put it back in the basket. And then it's their responsibility to go put it away. And then they take out the trash. That is another one of their responsibilities. Yard work, any help that I need with yard work is also their responsibility. So they have their chores, but I do all the other stuff. I meal plan all the meals. My kids will help come cook because they should learn how to do basic recipes. They need to know how to make macaroni and cheese from scratch. They need to know how to make a pot roast from scratch. I don't want them going off into the world not having some of these very basic skills, how to make scrambled eggs, right? But if you have to it's work. Somebody's got to do it, and you're working for them. I feel like if you are a stay-at-home mom and you're not doing any of these things, then you're doing it for yourself. And that's the whole point of being a homemaker and being a stay-at-home mom is to serve other people. And then if you're, dipping your toe back into like the religious, I don't want to say religious because that implies like church, and I'm not. Like it's more of a spiritual, you're dipping your toe, you're doing this to serve God. This is how I serve God. This is how I serve Jesus Christ. I do that by serving my family and doing it well. Everything that I do in my home, from mopping to vacuuming to laundry to all the other stuff, I do for the glory of God and then the glory, of my family. My family benefits from that. And I'm always on the lookout for new things. I'm talking about switching our sheets from, I don't know, we have some kind of synthetic cotton. I want to do linen sheets, because that's supposed to be better for you. I'm constantly looking up different ways to new recipes that are more healthy, new recipes that are organic, and then, where can I go shop? Where can I go locally? And instead of, driving the 40 minutes it takes me to go to Hy-Vee to buy Hy-Vee stuff, I have to drive, an hour and a half to Omaha so I can get, organic grass-fed eggs that I know came from a local farmer that still have the dirt on them, because there's nobody around here that sells those kind of things on a regular basis. And this grocery store does, or this little country store does. So I will do that. I will do that for my kids, and I will do that for my husband. And I feel like if you're doing that, then you're it's not that easy. I mean, yeah, I'm not washing cloth diapers anymore. I never did. We used disposable diapers because I didn't know any better. I probably would have went cloth. If I did it over again, I probably would have went cloth diapers. Because one thing I don't buy anymore really either is paper towels. I don't buy paper towels. I probably would have done cloth diapers. And I'm not banging my laundry on a washboard out in the yard or hanging my clothes up. I should. I don't do that here. There's so much, the air here isn't very good. I don't want that on our laundry. But yeah, but I don't have a lot of time in the day. I have a set shifts. In the morning, I get up before everybody. I'm the first to wake up. I make breakfast from scratch, which is usually muffins or eggs or bacon and sausage or a combination of all of that. Sometimes it's pancakes. Sometimes if I'm feeling real froggy and we got time, like Wednesdays, I'll make scones. The other day I made like a breakfast hash where I cut up some potatoes and then fried them up with bacon and onions. And it was really good. And they had that. I make a breakfast from scratch. Then they eat. Then I clean up breakfast while they're eating, and then I yell at them to get ready, and then they get ready. And then after I clean up the kitchen, then I make sure our bed is made, and I make sure our room is put back to the way it's supposed to be, and cleaned up, cups are taken out and everything. And then I take them to school. I drive them to school. And I pick them up from school. I get them off to school, and then I come home, and then I start my morning shift, which is usually starting a load of laundry, separating laundry out. It's cleaning up our kitchen. It's, depending on the day, it's mopping the floors or vacuuming the floors or cleaning our guinea pig or making sure the dog gets out. And there's always something to do. And so because I posted that video, and a lot of people were super frustrated with it. And I'd also made the comment that being a stay-at-home mom wasn't hard, and it's not. It's not. Being a lineman is hard. Being a doctor is hard. Being a nurse is hard. That's hard. I don't want that. It's hard in its own way. It can be very lonely, and I think a lot of people confuse hard with lonely. It's not hard to wash, dry, and put away laundry. It's monotonous. It's boring at times. I have podcasts that I listen to while I do all of this, but it's not hard. Okay. I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, and that pressure is, speaking of, there he is. He just got out of the shower. Speaking of, I feel like women put a lot of pressure on themselves, unnecessary pressure, because it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not talking like your house has to be perfect. I'm not talking like you have to, clean your kitchen or mop your floors every day or vacuum. I don't do that. I vacuum and mop once a week at least. I'd like to get better. I'd like to do it twice a week because we do have animals. And the floors can get pretty grody, especially now in the spring. So I'll probably up it to twice a week. But it's not hard. It can get lonely. And I know when my kids were really little and before the internet was a thing, and I had my community of people, like you guys, and then, everybody from X to TikTok, even though they get mad at me sometimes, right? I have you guys. But I didn't have that from the start. So I understand that it can get lonely. You don't see anybody but your husband for days and days and days on end. And being stuck in the house can be kind of hard, especially when the kids are little. But once they start going to school and you find a different rhythm, that's when I feel like I really bloomed with that. Because I started when my youngest was before he really started school. And it was hard, right? But when he went to school and I had like this whole day, I was like, I've really blossomed in it. I'm like, we're going to clean. We're going to eat better. We're going to eat more organic. I'm going to learn. The internet became a thing. We started to make content. But I also started learning to read labels and what's in our food and then changing things around. And it was super slow. But I feel like I really bloomed. And I feel like if you're a stay-at-home mom now, and I don't know if I have any in here. I think we're all a little bit older. I feel kind of weird because I see all the stay-at-home moms, they're like really young and their kids are really young. I feel like an oldie moldy. But let me tell you, right? Just you should be doing everything you can to make the lives of your children and your husband better. Like that is your job as a stay-at-home mom. Make sure that your house is calm. Make sure that your house is clean. Make sure everybody's got a clean space to come to. It's not hard, but it just needs to get done. You use cloth diapers for your daughter. Did you? I would have. If I had to do this over, I would have done cloth diapers. We do once a week for homeschool where my boys pick out a meal and we try to do that during the summer because my kids go to public school. We tried the homeschooling thing. They hated it. I wasn't a huge fan. We don't have like a co-op or anything. It was just us. They had already kind of started in public school and then we had pulled them out for a year after COVID. And then they went back because they preferred it, but they also know about the Bolshevik Revolution. So there's a little bit of they understand that the teachers have to teach what the state tells them to teach. But just because the state tells them to teach, that doesn't necessarily make it 100% true. And they understand that, and they understand that it's a game. It's a game they have to play to a certain degree. I'm a mom, but I always had to work. Yeah, see, so I've been a mom for 20, how old is he now? God, he'll be 23? 23 years. He'll be 24 in December. So I've been a mom for 23 years. The first 10 years of my oldest life, 9 years, was just me and him. Okay. I was a single mom and I worked a lot. And I worked in sales and I was really good at it. I made a lot of money. Okay. But it was so hard because he was in daycare. And I feel like that's one of my biggest regrets was that I couldn't give him the childhood that I'm able to give to my other two. You know what I mean? Because he went to before school program and after school program, and then he went to daycare. And it wasn't until my husband came in the picture when things started to change a lot. So, but it's hard. That's hard. That's hard. If you've ever been I feel like being a working mom is so much harder than being a stay-at-home mom. And I've done both. I done both. And then I did single working mom, and then I was a married working mom, and now I am a stay-at-home mom. And being a single working mom is hard. Being a married working mom is hard. Being a stay-at-home mom is not. The thing is like I romanticize the shit out of it though. Like during the summer I wear dresses, I plan my garden, I do all of our budgeting, like it's all on a spreadsheet, it's all different colors. I light candles. Okay. My house is always clean. It's usually clean. It's calm. I glamorize it a lot. I wear aprons. I, listen to podcasts while I do my laundry with my little headphones. Like I'm just saying, like, if you think it's hard, if you're having a hard time with it, try glamorizing it a little bit. Try romanticizing it a little bit. Pick some flowers, put them on your table. Like, get candles. Candles help a lot. Smell good candles help a lot. And light the candles and get your schedule and get your, do your shift. Like I have shifts. We have the morning shift, and then I've got a mid-morning shift, and then I have an early afternoon shift, and I've got a later afternoon shift. Then our evening shift is dinner. Night shift is usually cleaning everything up and making the house calm and dark and nice and just nice. I feel like if you're doing all of that and you're putting your whole heart and your whole soul into it, and you're not because it can be thankless. It can be. Okay. It can be. That's why you can't really do it for other people. You have to do it for the glory of God. And that's also why you need to communicate. Communication is key. You got to find all the little joys in it. And it can be real hard, especially when the kids are young, man. And all they don't do is scream and poop in their pants and climb on the furniture and smear chocolate on the wall. And you just, right? But eventually they get older, and eventually you can. And it's not the easiest job. It is the easiest job I've ever had, but it's probably the best job I've ever had. This is the best job I've ever had. I love being a stay-at-home mom. I love this. I love you guys most days. Okay. Sometimes we have this. Sometimes we fight. Okay. Sometimes I tell you that, hey, listen, I don't know that Trump is here to save us. And then we get mad. Okay. I got Bren84 who gave us $10 for the swear jar. I love your face, Bren. Thanks for being here. She's a whale member too. I know we fight, but I love you guys. It's a job-ish, but it's not a hard job. But being a mom is first. Like, this is my first job. Kristi Noem made it look like it. Really? I'd like to hear more about that. Kristi Noem gives me the ick. She just does. Kristi Noem gives me the ick. I can't explain it. And it started early when she was put in, because when she was governor, I knew who she was, but I didn't know her. I didn't pay a lot of attention. She was my governor. So really, I didn't really care. But when she was put on the national stage, and then that book came out, and she's like, I shot that damn dog. And we're like, I get it. I grew up on a farm. We've shot our fair share of animals. Okay. But it was always kind of an ordeal. And you always felt respect. Like there was a certain, because my dad had to put down a couple dogs, 2 that I can even remember, Bear and Brownie, when things got bad. A whale member is like, I think when they sign up to be like, Jessica could probably tell you, but it's like where they're like a monthly subscriber to Badlands. So they get a little whale. Am I saying that? Am I thinking that right? I think that. I've had, we've had to do that, but it was always an ordeal. It was always something that we had a lot of respect for. We buried headstones and everything, right? And she just was like, I hated that fucking dog. I shot it. And I was like, oh, and even if you feel that way, like, why put that out there in your book? Who are you trying to prove that you're such a Billy Badass to? You seem to be more of a man than your husband at this point, which busty Bob. I mean, she just gave me the ick. And then it just went downhill from there. She started in with the deportations, and all of a sudden she's posting like these selfies of herself and these pictures of herself. And she's in full glam. And the one that sticks out the most to me is where she's standing in front of all the illegal Venezuelan immigrants, and they're all standing around. Some of them have their shirts off and they're all tatted up, and they're standing behind this cage, and she's standing in the front full like it was just like the intro to a porn. And I remember putting that out there. I was like, you guys, something's not right about this. People got so mad. They were like, she's the best. I'm like, no, I don't think I think this is artificial intelligence. Yes, it's a monthly supporter. Thank you. So if you want to be a monthly supporter, there's buttons that you can hit, I think, on Rumble somehow. And then you get a little whale by your name, which is super. Old crooked boobies. The nipples were like all weird. Couldn't do that. Okay. Are we now get off my soapbox? I got 15 minutes. I still got more videos. Just wait. What else we got? Oh, one family, one vote. I caught this a couple times. Some people were fired up about this. Check it out.
My ideal voting system would be a one family vote. So my husband and I would vote together. One household, one vote. Traditionally, like the husband would ultimately decide. But again, like I believe that a wife and husband should have the same political views, the same religious views. That's how the marriage works. That's how you're going to raise your kids a certain way. I don't think it's giving up your power. I think we're a little bit too obsessed with the words power and empowerment, having this tyranny over men or feeling like we're the exact same as men. And women don't really respect that polarity anymore. They don't understand that they're completely different and they're so uniquely made that they want to be exactly like men. They want to make the same decisions that men make in order to feel equal to them. But we're not equal. We're completely different. You are not powerful because you're not a man. You have different unique gifts and talents that you can contribute. And if we actually respected our differences and started to contribute instead of compete with one another, that would save a lot of relationships. That would save a lot of women from this sort of man-hating ideology that they have. A masculine man doesn't want to be told what to do by you. He doesn't want you to compete with him. He just wants you to be his piece.
Bingo bango. We're getting real trad wifey in this show. Maybe I should have changed the caption. Cheryl, are you in here? Maybe we should have changed that. I don't disagree with her. I don't. My husband and I, well, I mean, we pretty much kind of vote. You all right? Yeah, you. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought he fell down. I just saw his hand on the floor, but he's fixing the sink. It's a little different because I'm kind of in this muck all day, and he has to go to like his adult job. So he can't just sit online all day and tweet things out and learn about things. And so politically, we're both pretty lined up. We both voted for Trump. We've also both voted for Obama. We're not hardlined into either Republican or Democrat or independent or any of that. We voted based on policies and kind of what we wanted for our kids, which is why we voted for Trump in the first place. Didn't seem like we got a lot out of that, and we were both pretty upset about it. But if it came down to a family vote, I mean, I would voice my opinion, and if he agreed, great. And if he didn't, he was like, no, I'm going to vote for this other guy. I'd be like, well, fine. You know what I mean? Like, what am I going to do? Like, that was one of the hardest things it was for me to give up. Like, even when I quit my job, when I decided to stay home, was the control, right? I never like touted this whole independent woman thing, but I was. Like, I absolutely was. And to let go of that control, even over something as little as voting, at the time would have set me into an anxious spiral. And it did quite a few times. It took us a long time to get here. It took me a long time to get here. But now, like, my husband decides. Like, he is the decider in our family. I have all thousands of ideas. Like, I want to do all this stuff, right? But I don't do any of it without, he's the one that decides, you know. And if the kids, like, even with the kids, even if it's, hey, can I go hang out with so-and-so, you know, it'd be like, ask your dad. Cause I don't know, you know. He makes those decisions, and everybody's like, oh my God, that's so oppressive. But really, it's not. I'm so tired and burnt out of making decisions I'm so burnt out on it. I feel like I've had to make big, responsible decisions my entire life. I had my first kid at 19, got pregnant at 18. And I feel like my whole life, adult life, I had to make big, responsible decisions. And it took me a long time to like release that control to him to make big, responsible decisions. But once I did, and he stepped up and he made those decisions and it worked out. And I was like, this is great. Because now I can decide, well, do we want cookie smelling candles or do we want spring smelling candles? Like those are decisions I want to make. Anything else? And even if I thought I'm not big into voting anymore, I mean, I'm just not. I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know if it's legit anymore. I'm not voting in midterms unless something drastically changes. I won't be voting in midterms because what the fuck is even going on? I don't even know who to vote for. Like, none of y'all are fucking worthless anymore. But even if we were, we would probably have a conversation. But at the end of the day, if he wanted, he's going to vote the way he's going to vote. And I'm going to be like, you know what? That's great. That's fine. I trust you. Go make it happen. Thank you for making that decision because I don't want to think about it. I don't want to do it. I'm in my soft wife life era. I don't want to do that. I don't want to drive. Okay. I don't want to drive. You drive. I don't care where we're going. I don't want to do that. And I think for a lot of women, that's really hard for them to let control of that go. And I don't think I think the large part of that had to do with the feminist movement. We can get into that in another show. The feminist movement totally ruined women. It absolutely did. But the feminist movement wouldn't have happened if we didn't have, we had a lot of problems with the way that women were treated back then too. And so there's a lot of things are a lot different now, I feel like, but now giving up that control. And just because, we can give it up doesn't mean that I can't take it back if I have to. Like if something happened to him and I had to step back into that role, I would hate it. I would hate every fucking second of it. I'd be so mad at him. I'd be like, you wait till I get up there. Like, Jesus saved me a seat because we're going to have a conversation because I don't want to do this. But luckily, I think we're seeing the tides change and I'd be fine with a one family vote. It'd be a lot less easy to cheat probably. Fuck yeah. Whatever. Let's do it. What else do I got? Oh, I got 51. All right, 10 minutes left. I got the reactions lady again. This one's great. This one made me laugh so hard. I almost peed a little.
Friend, are we wearing bottoms? What could I have watched that brought me here? Abraham sinking. I always know when TikTok is telling me it's past my bedtime. Guess I'm not in group 7 anymore. I bet this guy knows Gerald the Dolphin. I think this is what pickles feel like in their jar. I'd like to go back up, please. I have never hearted anything that would have led me here. Pretty sure I've reached the end of the internet. Did we all get on the wrong bus? There's too much happening here. Abe Lincoln discovers GoPro. What could bro possibly be reading underwater?
She's so funny. She just cracks me up so much. I love her page. I have to get her. I don't even know where her freaking at is. I will find it. And I will, because I'll have one video from her every week, I think. She just cracks me up. Like, the internet is undefeated. You want a good laugh? Go read Dan Bongino's replies. Maybe we'll do that someday. Maybe we'll just spend a whole show reading the replies under Dan Bongino's posts. And I know that Dan Bongino is a partial owner to Rumble. And I'm sorry, Rumble. But, the fuck with this guy? The fuck? The internet is undefeated forever and ever. All right, I got a couple. Oh, we got the White House faith leader. She's trending right now because of some dumb shit. I don't know. You guys seen this chick? Here, just.
When I walk on White House grounds, God walks on White House grounds. When I go into the dry cleaner, that dry cleaning place becomes holy.
Of our president. We pray for your continued blessing and favor to rest upon him.
I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of an abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory.
It's almost, I say as a Christian, it should be mandated to go to Israel before you get to heaven. I'm so with you. You're not doing this to get something, but you're doing it in honor to God, realizing what you can receive.
For your special Passover offering of $1,000 or more as the Holy Spirit leads, you will also receive a beautiful 10-inch Waterford crystal cross.
I want $100,000 to come in. If you say I don't have it, give $100. Bring up a sacrificial seed.
This is a deliverance seed that needs to be sown now, to be in position, to see increase, to activate God's promises. And if you're able, I challenge you to sow $133
now. Now, in the name of Jesus, and fire.
So honored to be sitting up here with, I believe, God's chosen for everyone.
Hey!
This bitch possessed. What are we doing with this lady? What are we doing? What are we doing? Don't give her any money. In fact, unless you know your local church is like on the up and up, she's the White House faith advisor. She's Trump's faith advisor. Her husband is what? Oh, her husband is the guy from Journey, like the lead singer. I used to love Journey. They did a Eye of the Tiger. Wasn't that Journey? Am I wrong? I might be wrong. No, she's not good. She's not getting into heaven, and you can't buy your way into heaven. Like that whole 10% tithe. Like I get it. My dad did it. I remember that. And you know what? It didn't. Don't look. I'm not going to tell you how to live your church life. But if you don't have it to give, don't give it. You can't buy your way into heaven. And the whole idea of Jesus Christ, like he performed wonders and miracles for free. He didn't even want accolades for it early on. Yes. Oh, that was Survivor. Oh. Don't give them. God, don't send her your money. Who's out there paying for this shit? Yeah, Jonathan Cain. Really? I didn't know that. Interesting. Well, fuck both of them. Then you can't. She's really bad. She's really bad. You don't need to tithe anybody to get into church. If you want to tithe, you're not church to get into heaven. If you want to tithe, if you want to get on Jesus's good side using money, okay, give it to the actual poor. Like go and give it to the elementary school to pay off a bunch of kids' lunch accounts, right? Go and donate it to your local food pantry. Go and donate it to your local, I don't know, whoever. Small business. Go use it as small business. Small business appreciate the shit out of it, right? Don't give it to this church. Don't give it to her. Like, what was that? I think in order to go to heaven as a Christian, you should have to visit Israel first. Bitch, I will punch you in your fucking throat. You crazy bitch. What are you even talking about? I don't know what he was thinking. This whole Trump thing is an op. I don't understand. He's another one. Like, how do you do such a 180? How does that happen? Even the Democrats were like, well, you voted for him. I didn't. I voted for policy. No new wars, accountability. This is what I wanted. It's not what I got. And I have every right to be fucking mad about it. I have every right to be mad about it. I am. Tithing is OT, says give. Oh, Old Testament, New Testament says give from the heart. That was Jesus' whole thing, wasn't it? Like his whole thing is like you didn't have to go to a church or to a mountain or to anywhere, to a synagogue to pray to God or to be close to God. You could do it in your own bedroom. You could do it as long as you felt, you know what I'm saying? I think we lost. And I think we lost when Trump got COVID because shit just went downhill after that. He came back from Walter Reed and it just went downhill. It did. Go back and watch. When he got COVID and went to Walter Reed and then released all those weird videos in front of a green screen and then came back. No more crazy Nancy's, no more ugly Hillary Clintons, like very toned down for the most part. Like the whole vibe was different. I think that's when we lost him. But that's between me, you, and then however many people are in here. I don't even know. Because people say it was when he was shot in Butler, and I don't think so. I think it was way earlier than that. Because then it wasn't long after that we got on to Project Operation Warp Speed with the vaccine. And he's like, I don't know why everybody's so against the vaccine. It's the greatest thing I ever did. And I was like, this doesn't sound like the dude that debated Jeb Bush. Can we go back to that? Let's go back to that. And then it just went downhill from that. I left the church as well. My children go to church. They go to youth programs because they want to and their friends go. And that's okay. And we might go to church for Easter just to be. But I don't know that I'll go back to church. I just don't. I went back for Ash Wednesday, but then they weren't open. And I took that as a sign. I was like, okay. Yeah. And I do when I'm doing laundry or dishes or, catering to my family. Like that's my church. My home is my church. My little home is my church. I was in the Daily Herald chat. John said a bunch of nice things about you. Aw, John did? Really? I didn't know that. That's very nice of him. Did he mean it? Was he being facetious? I'm curious now. Maybe I'll reach out. I probably won't. Are we at 8 o'clock yet? Okay, it's time. It's State of the Union time. No, it's Address the Nation time. So I'll let you guys go do that. Like I said, he did. Well, that was nice of him. Tell him I said thank you. He did mean it though, right? I felt kind of bad because I had to bail out of GART. I was going to go, and then my husband's going to be gone that same week, and so then I couldn't. Normally, he doesn't travel until later in the month, but good. I'm glad that means I guess I'm not going anywhere for a while. I get kind of worried sometimes because we have very different views of things, me and the rest of the Badlanders, but maybe that's what makes us so special. Okay, I got to go. You guys, all right, go. I think it's the live right under this on Rumble. And I'm going to assume it's going to be live on X as well. So go watch. Let me know how it goes. If he rips his face off and says he's one of the hybrids, somebody reach out to me in the DMs, Telegram. Okay. Jessica, if you're like, tell me right away. If not, I'll catch it tomorrow. It'll be fine. Yes. Trump's address is next. You guys, I love your faces. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all your support. I didn't even get half my videos done. Maybe next week. I talk too much. It's all good. I love your faces. Keep her moving. Take it easy. Tell your mom I says hi and watch out for all of those deer. Okay. Bye, guys. Tonight we're making one. Today for only. If you need a break from the politics, please consider subscribing to our Substack or subscribing to our X subscribers. Just good food, good friends, and good times. We'll see you later. Thanks, friends.